Welcome back to my series about boosting your earnings from free online earning methods with free AI tools. This is video number 5, and I'll also leave a link below so you can go easily and find the full playlist and all the videos and tutorials and tips and tricks I have there. And in this video here, we will tackle a very easy way to earn extra money, and that is microtasks like content moderation, short writing jobs, commenting, and more. And if you want to see how to really boost your earnings with free AI tools, then stick around. I'll walk you through the exact steps so you can get started easily. So my name is Michael, and I have made money online for years, so I have a lot of experience, and I've started using AI more and more. And in this series here, I've gone through how you, for example, can use it to boost your earnings with data entry jobs, microtasks, surveys, and more. And now here in this video, I will talk about how you can use it to earn a lot more effectively with something like content moderation, short writing tasks, commenting, and feedback. So let's jump into the first method, which is content moderation, and how to use AI to earn more efficiently with that. And don't worry, later I will also go over where you can find jobs like this. But let's first look into how you can use AI to earn faster and more efficiently. So content moderation jobs, in case you do not know what it is where you, for example, are asked to moderate content in different ways. And I'll just show you one example, but there can be many variations of this, and AI can be used for most of them. So it's often about just adapting and adjusting it. This is just to give you inspiration for using AI in an efficient way for tasks like this. So let's say that you get a task where you are asked to classify certain comments. So I have now just jumped to ChatGPT, but it could basically be many different types of AI tools. This is just the one that I will use for this. Let's say you then get, this is again just random examples, for example, 3 comments like this, and sometimes it might be 50, sometimes it might be more, but this is just again an example. This project is trash, and so is anyone who buys it. I absolutely love this, and not sure if this is loud, but you know, things like this. And then maybe your task is to classify each comment as positive, negative, offensive, or spam, and then you need to have basically a list. So you can just give this task here to AI, and then you can ask it to do this, and then you see here it actually sets it up for each of them, how it classifies it and how it analyzes it. And if you need to do it in a different way, maybe you even need it so you can export it into a Google Sheet or Excel. So you can just ask it to do it like that. You can ask it to set it up, and you can see it also said, do you want to automate this kind of classification? So you can even maybe try to create an automation and ask AI, how would you do that? And then just follow the steps there. So this is just an example of a prompt. You would likely need to adjust it a little bit, but if you, for example, are not even sure how you should ask for certain tasks, then you can also just ask AI, say, this is the task I got, how can you help me, or can you even help me write a prompt for it? Because AI can actually help you to write better prompts also. Prompts is what you ask it to actually do. So in this case here, for example, please classify each comment. So you could even ask it, this is my task, can you help me write a prompt to get the best answer for this? So it's really cool. You can actually have a conversation like this and just explain what you would need help with, and it can help you to even write those prompts and figure out how you can do this the best possible way. But one very important thing, so listen carefully now, is that the final accuracy is on you, because AI can misinterpret slang or sarcasm, or they can make mistakes. So always make sure that you do need to go through it. Also, you need to, in many cases, maybe, or in some cases at least, tweak any labels that ChatGPT in this case maybe missed the context or something like that. So that's always very important to understand, that you should just not blindly copy paste everything, but it can help you to get started very quickly, and then you can just submit it. And different places where you can find work like this, you know, that could, for example, be something like Clickworker or CrowdGen or Amazon Mechanical Turk, and exactly how they would ask you to submit it, that depends on the exact task. But as mentioned, you can either just ask it to export it in a certain way, or you can copy paste it into the type of sheet or document or whatever they are asking for. So this can be one way to use ChatGPT or any other similar AI tool to do content moderation tasks a lot faster and more efficiently. But let's now go to the next type of task. So the next type of task we are going to talk about is small writing tasks. So this can be all types of different tasks. So let's say that you, for example, got a task that you would need to write some kind of brief forum replies or short social media captions for a brand. That could be a type of task. So let's say one of them was, for example, that you needed a 50-word reply on a cooking forum about the best budget-friendly dinner recipes or so. Then one way you could do this, I just paste something in here to ChatGPT. That could be write a concise, friendly forum reply about 50 words recommending cheap dinner recipes focusing on quick pasta dishes. Use a warm, engaging tone. So this could be a prompt. Again, you can ask ChatGPT, explain the task if you're not sure how to write a prompt, and get help for doing that. So then you could just click it and it would then generate a short text. And then of course, again, you would need to go through it and tweak it so it matches brand style or your personal style depending on what the task is. And you can also then add personal anecdotes and specific details there, again, to just improve it. But you can see here it's actually quite good there. If you're after cheap and tasty dinners, quick pasta dishes are a lifesaver. Try garlic butter spaghetti, creamy tuna pasta, or simple tomato and basil pen. They're all budget friendly, ready in under 20 minutes and super satisfying. Perfect for busy nights when you're still wanting something comforting. But then again, be careful, especially with how ChatGPT and AI tends to sometimes overuse emojis, which makes it a little bit weird there, but it's a good base here. You can see if you just adjust it a little bit, it's very fast, and especially if you have problems sometimes formulating yourself or so, maybe you would have spent half an hour trying to figure out what to write, and here you have a good draft that you can then adjust and make personal, and then you just copy that final version into wherever you would need to submit these tasks. And again, platforms where you could find this, it could for example be on a platform like Microworkers. It could also be on Fiverr or Upwork, that are these different freelance tasks platforms, or it could be content specific marketplaces also, just to give you a few ideas of where you could find small tasks like this. But let's now then talk about how you can use it for commenting or feedback tasks. So some platforms pay you to leave short feedback or comments, for example, on apps, websites, or posts. So it could, for example, be something, write 2 sentences about what you like or dislike about this blog post. That's just, again, an example, but there are many similar tasks like this. So this is just to give you an idea about what it could be. So then what you could do is, for example, you could take that task there and then you could paste it into ChatGPT or another similar AI tool. And this is just a random blog post from my website there, just so I had something to show it with here. So then you could ask it, give me a quick 2-sentence feedback about this blog post focusing on design and readability, if that, for example, was the task. And then you would just click there and wait. It searches the web because it is connected to the web now there. And then you can see here the blog post is well structured with clear heading and concise paragraphs, enhancing readability. And then it gives a little bit of feedback there. Of course, you should always make sure to avoid these just generic copy-paste answers. So quickly also, of course, go through it if it's, for example, a blog post or something like that where you need to give feedback. You can also, even if you need to actually see the content itself, you can ask AI to, can you give me a summary of this blog post there, so you can quickly get some bullet points, so you can get a quick overview. But again, always, of course, adjust the AI text to include then personal insights or highlight a specific paragraph or image you liked or something like that, depending on the exact task. And then you make it your own that way. You save a lot of time by getting AI to do a lot of the grunt work, the hard work, and save time, and then you just adjust it, and then you can take this final version and copy it into wherever you need to submit the task. And it could, for example, be some of the platforms that I have already previously mentioned. But again, I want to emphasize that AI is here to inspire and streamline your writing, but always ensure you are following the platform's guidelines and also providing genuine feedback, because people are looking for real people's feedback and all that. You can get AI to help you formulate, to help you maybe find some things you were not aware of, but you do need to, of course, make sure to follow the guidelines and to be honest and genuine, so you're sure that it actually does help people. So let's sum up how all this can help you, because AI can drastically reduce the time it takes to, for example, label content or craft short posts. And if you can then do more tasks, then there are more earnings, of course. But I again want to stress the importance of reviewing the AI output for context, especially, for example, with content moderation, because there could, for example, be a situation where AI would incorrectly label something that is kind of harmless sarcasm as being hateful because it doesn't understand the context. So that's very important to keep an eye out for things like that. And also be aware that some platforms that offer tasks like this might have some rules about which external tools, including AI, you are allowed to use. So make sure to always live up to those rules also. But often, as long as the final submission is accurate and original, then it is okay. But you always need to check, of course, so you don't end up getting banned and not getting paid. And just again to sum up some of the places where you can find tasks like this is, for example, CrowdGen, it can be Remotask, it can be ClickWorker, it can be Amazon MTurk there, it can be Fiverr or Upwork also. These are just again examples, and once you feel comfortable, for example, about tasks like this, then you can even branch out into larger writing project or larger moderation project, and that way also earn more. So AI basically helps you handle more tasks in less time, and that can potentially really boost your online income. And if you want to know how AI can help you boost your income for other online tasks, then as mentioned, I do have a playlist. This is the 5th video there, so I'll leave a link to that playlist below, so go there and check that out so you can learn even more. And also please share below how you have used AI to boost your online earnings. I would love to hear that. Also, I will leave a link to some of the best microtask platforms that I have come across. I have a list of that on my website. I also do have a list of the best freelance sites, so I'll also leave a link to that below, so you can easily get a little bit of inspiration where you can find different tasks like this. So finally, if this video helped you, make sure to hit the like button, and don't forget to subscribe to my YouTube channel and hit the notification bell so you won't miss out next time I release a video with tips and tricks about different ways to make money online.